Unit 3 Culture Introduction. So, what is the meaning of culture? Culture means the way of life of people, either living in a society or community. So, it includes everything that the people learn and follow in their daily life. It includes like belief, values, custom, language, religion, art, and also the behavior. So, culture is learned from family and also from the society, and it is passed from one generation to another generation through teaching, through observing, and also through the practices. Next, we will move to the definition. So, according to Edward B. Tyler, what is culture meaning? Culture is not only about dress or food habits, it is complete way of life that includes many things learned by people while living in a society. So culture is made up of many parts together and not just one thing. And education, ideas, information learned by people, and this faith, thoughts and opinions will be followed by the society, and like music, dance, painting, literature and other creative activities, and includes like morals, ideas about right or wrong behavior. So Tyler says culture is learned, not inherited by the birth. A person will be learning the culture by living with the family or community and society. For example, greeting elders respectfully, celebrating festivals, speaking a language, and following social rules are all parts of the culture learned from the society. Next, we will move to the nature of culture. That means the characteristics of culture. Under that first one is culture is learned. That means culture is not inherited by birth. A person learns culture from family, from school, friends, religion, and also from the society. So people learn language, food habits, dressing style, manners and behaviors, and also the tradition and customs. This learning process starts from the childhood and it will be continuing throughout the life. For example, a child learns to respect the elders, celebrate festivals, and also follow social rules from the family and society. Second one is culture is social. That means culture develops through interaction with the other people in the society. No person can develop the culture alone, right? So people living together in groups and shares ideas, beliefs, traditions, values, practices. So culture helps the people live peacefully and also to maintain the unity in the society. For example, marriage customs, religion, celebrations, and also social rules are followed by group of people and not by only one individual, right? Next one is culture is shared. That means culture is common to members of the society or community. So people share similar beliefs, customs, languages and traditions. So shared culture creates unity, cooperation, sense of belonging. People understand each other better because they will be following a similar culture pattern. So for example, people in a community celebrating festivals together and speaking the same language shows that shared culture. Fourth one is culture is dynamic. That means culture is not fixed. It changes with the time according to new ideas, new technology, education and social changes. So old customs may change but new practices may develop. Reasons for cultural change is one thing is modernization due to technology, due to urbanization and also due to the education. For example, earlier people wrote letters for communication, but now they use the mobile phones and also other social media. Next one is culture is continuous. That means culture is passed from one generation to another generation. So every generation learns the culture from previous generation and also it will be continuing. This continuously helping the preserve tradition and also the social values. Culture is transmitted through family, through education, through religion and also through the social interaction. For example, traditional festivals, religious practices and also family values continue from grandparents to parents and also children. So these are the nature of culture. Next, we will move to the characteristics of culture. First one is learned behavior. That means culture is not inherited by the birth. People learn culture by living in the society and also interacting with the others. So, a person will be learning the language, manners, custom, tradition, and also the social behavior. And this culture is learned through family, through school, friends, religion, and also through the media. For example, children learns to greet the elders respectfully and celebrate the festivals from their parents and society. Second one, transmitted from generation to generation. That means culture is passed from one generation to another generation through teaching, through observation, and also through the practices. So parents teach children the values, tradition, custom, beliefs, and also the languages. So this transmission helps to preserve the culture and identity and also the social continuity. For example, traditional food habits, religious rituals, and family customs are continued from grandparents to parents and also to children. Third one is social in nature. That means culture develops within the society and cannot exist without the people. It is created and followed by group of people. So culture helps the individuals to interact with others, to maintain the relationship, to follow the social rules, and also live peacefully in the society. So every society has its own culture. For example, marriage ceremonies, festivals, and community celebrations are social activities followed by the group of people. Fourth one, culture satisfies human needs. That means this culture helps the people fulfill their physical needs, social, emotional, and moral needs. So it provides the food and clothing habits for physical needs, family and friendship for social needs, religion and values for emotional and spiritual needs, and also rules and laws for safety and order. For example, religious practices give mental peace, while social customs helps to maintain unity and cooperation. Fifth one, culture is adaptive. So culture changes according to time, environment, and also the social conditions. So people adjust their culture to meet new situations and also the needs. Causes of this adaptation is climate changes, technology, education, modernization, and urbanization. For example, people now use online education, smartphones, and digital payments as per of the modern culture. Last one, integrated. So different parts of culture are connected with each other and work together as a whole. Elements like religion, education, family, values, customs are interrelated and influence one another. So if one part changes, other part may also change. Example, modern education influences dressing style, languages, occupation, and lifestyle. So these are the characteristics of culture. Next, we will move to the evolution of culture. So, what is the meaning of evolution? Means the gradual development and change in the human culture from simple ways of living to advanced modern life. So, human culture change according to time, knowledge, technology, and also the social development. Another first one is primitive stage. That means this is the earliest stage of human culture. People lived a very simple life and dependent mainly on the nature. For example, early humans were hunting the animals and collecting the fruits for survival. Next one is agricultural stage. That means in this stage, people started farming and domesticating animals. Human life became more settled and organized. So, for example, people growing rice, wheat, and keeping the cattle for farming. Third one is industrial stage. That means this stage began with the industrial revolution. So, machines replaced the hand labor and industries developed rapidly. For example, use of machines in textile factories and also large scale industries. Fourth one is modern stage. So, this is the present stage of cultural evolution. So, society is highly advanced due to science, technology, and globalization. For example, online education, digital banking, social media, and artificial intelligence. So, these are the evolution of culture. Next topic is cultural diversity. So, what is the meaning of cultural diversity? Means it is the presence of different cultures, different traditions, languages, religions, customs, and lifestyle within a society or between different societies. So, it shows the variety of ways in which people live and express their culture. So, different groups of people have different language, religion, food habits, dress style, etc. Right? Even though people are different in culture, they live together in the same society. For example, different languages spoken in India such as Kannada, Hindi, Tamil and Telugu. So, each language has its own literature, style and tradition. Next, we will move to the characteristics of cultural diversity. First one is variety of tradition. That means different communities and groups follow different tradition and custom. These traditions are related to either marriage, festival, food, clothing and social practices. So, traditions are passed from one generation to another and they may differ from place to place. For example, some people celebrate festivals with dances and music. Different communities have different marriage rituals and ceremonies. Second one is different languages. So people in different regions speak different languages for communication. Language is an important part of culture. So different language helps to preserve history, literature, custom, cultural identity. For example, in India people speak Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Bengali and many other languages. So language diversity improves communication skills and also promotes respect for different cultures. Third one is religious differences. That means people follow different religions with different beliefs, worships, methods, and also the religious practices. So each religion has the rituals, festivals, moral values. For example, Hindus visit temple, Muslims pray in mosque, Christians go to church, Sikhs worship in gurudwaras. So religious diversity teaches tolerance, mutual respect, and peaceful living. Fourth one is different lifestyle. So people live different based on their culture, occupation, environment, education, and economic conditions. So lifestyle differences make includes like food habits, dress style, housing pattern, daily activities. For example, rural people may follow a simple agricultural lifestyle, but urban people may follow a modern and fast-paced lifestyle. Fifth one, regional differences. Culture differs from one region to another because of climate, geography, history and local traditions. So, regional differences can be seen in food, dress, language, occupation. For example, South Indians commonly eat rice-based foods, North Indians commonly eat wheat-based foods and also traditional dress styles differ in every state.